Well, it's now been over 2 years since I last did a car camper tour video, so given quite a few items have been updated, I thought now would be a great time to do a little quick tour of what I use primarily on my solo stealth car camps. And let's start this tour with what I think is the most important part of any car camper. So my car camper is a 7-seater Vauxhall Zafira MPV, and what is quite good with this car is that the third row of seats actually go into the floor, so that leaves you with quite a massive boot area, and actually it makes it perfect for a car camper, a family car, and as I've often said, great for dump runs. Well, for me, this is the most important part of my car camper, and that's what I sleep on. So my bed is actually a garden sun lounger, and all I've bought is a piece of custom foam off eBay to act as a kind of mattress. Now what is really good about the sun lounger is that because of its legs, it clears the middle row of chairs in the Zafira, and it also gives you loads of storage room underneath. Now the biggest change to my car camper since my last tour vid is basically my power and how I cook. And that's because I was lucky enough to be given a couple of power stations to review. So as a result, my car camping setup is this. I have a proper travel kettle, I have a 12-volt rice cooker, and my pièce de la résistance is this electric saucepan, frying pan cum steamer, which works at 300 watts and 600 watts. And for me, this was a proper game changer to my car camps. And then of course, I also have my trusty car camping kitchen. So in this I have literally all the condiments you would ever need, or that I would ever need, and it even hangs up too if you want it to. Well, even though I said my bed was the most important part of my car camping setup, I slightly lied, because for me the most important piece of equipment that I need for car camping is this. And this is my trusty porta potty. Now before I say why this is the most important part of my car camping setup, it's important to differentiate between actually the two different types of car camping. Because in recent months on Facebook groups, what I'm starting to see is a massive increase in the amount of people who are car camping on campsites. But what I essentially mostly do is stealth car camping. So I mainly car camp on residential roads or car parks. I do also do campsites every now and again. And that's why you can see why the porta potty is such an important part of my setup, because it means no matter where I am and what the weather is, I can always go to the loo. So as I just mentioned, 99% of the time what I do is stealth car camping. So what I need to be able to do is to make my car camper stealthy. Now I have a separate video on this already, which is this one. And to be honest, my stealth setup hasn't really changed, so I don't really need to cover it in this video, I don't think. But what I have made are covers for all my back windows, and these are just made out of cardboard and weed fabric. And yes, there's another video there in which I show you how I do that. So how I block out the center, I have this extendable shower curtain which I've inserted into the roof of the car. Now what I've always used up until recently is just this blackout curtain, which works absolutely fantastic, and it is 100% blackout. But because it's brown, in recent months I've added this Amazon car camping blackout curtain. Now this curtain by itself is not blackout, but I only wanted it because it makes my brown curtain look black, so improves my stealth. But what I'm going to be doing at some point soon is a DIY tutorial on how you use Proplex to cover your windows. I have made one so far for this window, and it has proven to be quite successful. So yeah, at some point in time there'll be a new video for all these other windows. Now over the years of car camping, my lighting setup has continued to evolve. I started off with fairy lights, then I went to LED lights, then a company sent me a couple of lights, and then more recently I added a little Temu light to my collection. But I do have a separate video here of all the lighting I've ever used, so that will give you a much better idea of what will suit your needs for car camping. But another tip I found on another YouTube channel was if you put little carabiners on the end of your lights and stuff, then what you can do is insert them into your roof. And actually that's a really good idea for how to hang stuff in your car. My plan for this was to be a relatively quick car camper tour of the main bits that I use. So I hope you found it useful, and I hope any of my other videos that I've got will assist you with your car camping journey too. So until next time, take care.